Hi, Divyansh. How are you?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you.
First of all, I wish you very, heartiest congratulations to you as well as your family.
Thank you
So,
very much.
how is celebrations going on done?
No, actually, I had to appear for prelims, so that's why I
This year
actually,
also.
yeah, this year also, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So, so there were there were not many celebrations, but yeah, we after the prelims, I had actually went on a few dinners with my family. So yeah, mostly this was it. Yeah.
Okay, okay. So, how was the prelims this year?
It was good. Most likely, I'm hoping that I'll clear. Yeah. So
Great, great, great.
yeah, just I'll start my preparation from this for mains from this Monday onwards. Yeah.
Okay, great, 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 great. As I can see, your optional is different, zoology, right?
No, chemistry. Mine is chemistry.
But I guess over here it is written zoology, optional subject for paper 6 and 7.
No, mine is chemistry.
So there is some mistake. And as I can see that your father is also is in Indian Forest Services, right?
No, no, I think you have a wrong profile. No, my father is in municipal corporation. So my name is Divyansh. I think just to clear this up.
Just check me. Let me check again.
Yeah, sure.
I guess there is some problem then.
Yeah.
Yes. Anyways, so your optional is chemistry, and what is your background exactly? Means
Uh,
graduation background.
yeah, so actually I graduated in 2016 from IIT Delhi. There I majored in computer science, and then I actually worked for 1.5 years in Microsoft. And after that, I resigned from my job and started preparing for UPSC. And from 2018 onwards, I actually devoted full time in UPSC. So this was the second time that I got a rank. I got a rank of 484 last year, and this year I got a rank of 425. So yeah,
So
just
it's like 400, 400, है ना?
yeah, exactly.
I was.
So yeah. So this year I was hoping to be done with this cycle. I was just hoping to get a rank within 100 or 200 and to be done with it. But looks like I'll have to go for one more attempt. Yeah.
Okay, okay, okay. So where were you lacking in mains or interview?
Actually, in both. So last time I got one close to 180 in interviews. This time my interview didn't went very well, so I got just 162. So in from that perspective, I think both interviews I need to improve in interviews and in mains as well. So although my marks are average, not something extraordinary, but 4 or 5 marks can be improved in each and every paper to get a
Right, right,
yeah.
right, right. So how did you prepare your chemistry optional? Because many of the people they want to opt for chemistry, but because there are only few people, I guess, who teach chemistry.
Yeah, exactly.
So they are not moving forward in that direction, thinking about that resources are less. Because usually, whenever we talk with any topper, the first thing what they say is that we should opt for that subject for which number of teachers are there, right? And the
Mhm.
secondly, what they talk about is for which resources are available in the market
Exactly.
easily.
Mhm. Mhm.
So how exactly did you approach this subject?
Uh, yeah, so actually, this is a problem with chemistry wholeheartedly. So I think there is only just one coaching institute that I know of that actually gives the coaching of chemistry, and I joined DICE. So DICE is an institute in Delhi which actually gives you the coaching in chemistry, and I think it's the sole institute. So. So as you said, there is a crunch of materials and test series and resources in the market. But mostly, I would say that if you are interested in chemistry, these things can be managed. So I found the coaching to be good and sufficient. Further, I mean, there are books and you can take guidance of from toppers as well to to have a sizable resource, and from that you can prepare. And plus there are last year papers as well, so you can refer them. So I would say that for chemistry it's not quite like in anthropology or socially where there's a lot of abundance of materials there, but I think it can be managed through the guidance of toppers um, and through the guidance of people who have opted chemistry in their graduation and other people. Yeah.
Okay. Since your optional was quite different from the other people's optional, so I would like to, since you cleared UPSC twice, so here I would like to ask you one question that what exactly will you suggest our learners in case if they also want to opt for such an optional, which is quite different from the other optionals whose ample amount of resources are there in the market?
Mhm. Uh, so, so the first suggestion would be to be very sure if you really want to opt for an optional that is different, because I faced this issue in chemistry that not a lot of resources are there, and even if there are test series, there are just one, or I think there is only just one test series which you have to take because there is no other. So the first advice would be to be very sure if you really want to go down that path. And once you make that decision, I think the best way forward is to take the guidance of people who have already cleared from chemistry, and formulate a plan and then execute accordingly. So it's not something that should not be done, but for me, it should be done very carefully and being very cognizant, because once you actually start preparing for chemistry, since it's very different from other subjects, it will be very difficult to quit it and then opt for a new option. So be very sure of what you want to do, and once you decide it, then seek proper guidance from toppers and people who have cleared.
Right. So, and how did the civils guru help you in your preparation?
Actually, I was enrolled in the interview guidance program of Civils Guru, and I found the feedback to be very relevant from of what I was lacking. Especially my interview was the chairman of my mock interview was Neeraj sir, and he gave me very good feedback with regards to the areas that I need to improve, and especially I would say the type of feedback that I did not receive anywhere. So he actually pinpointed small things in me which I found to be good. So just to give an example, so a lot of people had earlier said that you sound a little bit casual while giving your answers, but Neeraj sir pointed out the exact areas or exact phrases that I speak which make me sound casual. So for me, eliminating those phrases or eliminating that type of talk was easier. And after that, I tried to change it and I tried to sound more formal. So this is how Civils Guru helped me in my preparation. And I mean, if you see in other areas, I found the questions to be both current based and both from my DAP. So the questions were also comprehensive.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, how was civils guru different from the other institutes from where you have given the mock? Because you have cleared this paper twice, right? So, how exactly was our platform different from other platforms?
Uh, as I said, the feedback was, I would say, was much more focused. So the earlier feedback that I used to get was that, hey, you sound very casual. Maybe you need to talk more formally. But the issue was that I didn't know what I was doing that was making me sound casual. So it's like
Right.
the other coaching institutes were giving me a broad sort of feedback. Hey, just you sound casual. But the thing that I actually got in Civils Guru was I would say the focused feedback, or the phrases that I was um, using that were making me sound casual. So many a times I was saying, okay, yeah. So yeah should not be said
Right, right, right,
in a
right.
formal interview. And sometimes I used to cross question examiners, and that again made me sound very casual, that I was talking between friends. So these were the things that were pointed out by Civil School that was not pointed out by other institutes. So this type of feedback was there. And uh, and secondly, I would say the questions that the sir asked were different as well. So he, as I said, he focused both on current based questions and DAF based questions, and sometimes unique DAF based questions that I did not get anywhere else. So this was the major difference.
Okay. Because see, so what we can conclude is that at Civils Guru, you it got a feedback which was like on minute things also. They
Exactly,
pinpointed you.
exactly. Yeah,
Right,
yeah.
right, right, right,
Mhm.
right. So, how you would like to, tell our learners that what should be the exact strategy regarding prelims, mains, as well as interview, whether they should be prepared in an integrated manner, or it should be like first we should prepare for prelims, then for mains, and then for interview.
Uh, I would say that well, it actually depends on the amount of time that you have before the exam. So if you have about 1 year, then an integrated preparation of 10 months is, I think, the best way forward. And after that, just 2 months before the prelims, then you should be focused entirely on prelims. And for 10 months, you need to do an integrated preparation of mains as well as prelims. And for prelims, as I said, giving more tests, elimination, reading static, especially from prelims perspective, is important. And once you're done with prelims, then writing answers or doing focusing on subjects that you did not focus, like ethics, essay, and topics that are not covered in prelims becomes important. So preparation needs to be integrated, but only in the initial phases of the preparation. Once you start giving the
True.
examinations, then you need to actually tailor out according to the next stage of the exam. So first for prelims and then for mains.
True,
Yeah.
absolutely true. And
Mhm.
so that was it for the interview, Divyansh. I wish you all the best for this year prelims as well as for your career as well. So nice talking to you. Again, I would like to wish you all the best. And
Thank you
thanks
very
a
much.
lot. Thanks a lot.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.